Do you believe that ejaculating quickly is a problem that only arises at the moment of sex? Well, that's not true. Many times you already come to sex prepared to finish quickly, and that's why in this video I'm going to explain the 7 main mistakes made by those who ejaculate quickly and how to solve these problems naturally. No magic tricks, no miracle promises, no gels, sprays, or any of that crap that doesn't work. Enough. Today, if you put into practice the tips I'm going to teach you in this video, you'll say goodbye to premature ejaculation in the coming days. Welcome to my channel. My name is Diego Souza. I have a postgraduate degree in clinical sexology in psychoanalysis, and I'm also the founder of the Brazilian School of Tantra. Here on this channel, if you don't know it yet, we talk about sexual health, about sacred sexuality, so you can experience the most pleasurable things life has to offer. In this video, we're talking about premature ejaculation, which is something that happens a lot, folks. No one talks about it because men are embarrassed, but it happens to about 40% of men who have some kind of erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation issue. And we're going to get straight into the mistakes to clear things up because there's a lot of nonsense being said, right? A lot of people have doubts about what's actually happening that makes the body ejaculate so quickly. So let's go straight to the first mistake. The first mistake is believing that the problem is only in the penis. And this might be one of the biggest mistakes, okay? One of the biggest myths. Many men, in fact, use ointments, gels, sprays, even electric shocks. Look, it's crazy what men do to their penis thinking the problem is in the head of the penis when it's not. Premature ejaculation often involves other mechanisms in the body, like anxiety and bad habits. If it were only in the head of the penis, circumcised men who have the glands exposed wouldn't have premature ejaculation. Oh, my glands is sensitive. It can contribute, but it's not the determining factor, okay? In fact, the glands was made to be sensitive, right? It's an area of pleasure, so it needs that sensitivity to give you pleasure. Ejaculation is much more influenced by your brain, your nervous system, and how you respond to arousal. So stop blaming your buddy, thinking that it's only his fault for premature ejaculation. Second mistake, breathing incorrectly during sex. Man, this one, I'm already going to give you a tip, okay? It's a mistake, but we're going to fix it right now, and I'm going to ask you to put it into practice so we can start putting an end to this once and for all. A man who ejaculates quickly is very likely breathing incorrectly, taking short breaths, feeling tense, worried, unable to relax, and breathing is directly related to relaxation. This tension creates a state of anxiety, and anxiety is basically fuel for premature ejaculation, right? That's when you don't lose your erection, because when we get anxious, vasoconstriction happens. What does that mean? The blood goes to the body's defense areas because you're anxious, you're scared, you're worried, and the brain understands that maybe you're in danger, so it tends to send blood to the defense areas. And this ends up making you lose your erection. Or on the other hand, you've trained your body so much, so many times to ejaculate quickly whenever you get tense, right? For example, here's an example. You get home tired from work and you go for a quick solo session. Man, if you do it to relieve stress or anxiety, you're conditioning your body to ejaculate in order to release that anxiety, to release that stress. So during sex, your brain doesn't know the difference and will make you ejaculate quickly so you can feel calmer. So breathing properly completely changes your sexual response. Shall we do an exercise? Let's breathe long and slow here. Come on. Do it with me. One more. You see, even the air feels different, man. You get calmer, more relaxed. It might seem silly, but this is a golden tip, all right, brother? Breathe long and slow. And it's not about breathing only when you're about to ejaculate. When you're already at the edge, it's over. You have to start breathing well before that. Breathe during the day, breathe at work, breathe whenever you feel anxious. Breathe on the date, at dinner, breathe during foreplay, relax, because if you get tense or anxious, you'll finish quickly. Third mistake, trying to do everything fast. A lot of men want to penetrate quickly, finish quickly, as if they're being evaluated, really worried about their performance, so they want to check everything off just to say, hey, I did it, and so on. Bro, relax, there's no rush. With all this hurry, sex stops being about presence and turns into performance. That doesn't work. And one important thing, women take longer to get aroused. A woman's arousal curve takes longer to rise. For men, it rises much faster. Women need a bit more foreplay. So if you do everything in a rush, you might ejaculate before she's even fully aroused. That's terrible. This creates a huge frustration for your partner. Take it easy. A tantric tip is also conscious and slow entry. What does that mean? When it comes time to penetrate, man, don't rush. Go in millimeter by millimeter, very slowly. Feel it. Feel her opening up. It's very pleasurable. It's pleasurable for you and for her. It's not about devouring sex, it's about savoring it. Remember this word, savor, so relax. Enjoy it, man. You've worked all day like a convict, and then when it's time for pleasure, you want to rush it? That won't work, man. Take it easy, savor it. Fourth mistake, thinking about ejaculation the whole time. Dude, think with me. If I leave the house and keep thinking the whole time, I can't crash the car, I can't crash the car, I can't crash the car, what do you think is going to happen? The brain doesn't even understand the word no. Calm down, stop thinking about ejaculation, relax. Control doesn't come from fear. This paranoia will make you ejaculate even faster, just like all the other examples I gave you. Get rid of those thoughts. Two thoughts can't occupy the same mind, so replace them, relax. What turns you on? What are the thoughts that excite you? You need to be clear about that. This is another technique I teach to those who do treatment with me. You need to identify what turns you on so you can use that as a substitute for negative thoughts. For the treatment of premature ejaculation, I use scientific techniques. I don't rely on guesswork. So, replacing negative thoughts is also fundamental. You can see that here we've already talked about anxiety. You can see that we're already talking about habits. You can see that we're talking about the mental aspect, and there's also the sensitive physiological part of the gland. So there are several things we have to look at. It's not possible to focus on just one little area. There are many factors, and for sure, negative thinking won't help you at all. The fifth mistake, tensing your body all the time. Many men believe that by tensing their whole body, by contracting the PC muscle down there, they'll be able to control ejaculation better. But actually, it's the opposite. Tight abs, clenched glutes, rapid breathing, man, that's a recipe for disaster. This kind of tension will actually make you reach ejaculation faster. It doesn't work. Real control comes from a balance between strength, a well-toned PC muscle, but also from relaxation. Relaxation is fundamental. Many times people think, oh, if I relax too much, I'll lose control. No, my friend. In fact, it's not true at all. If you're struggling with premature ejaculation, you're probably tense. It doesn't work. So, relaxation is very important, as is breathing. Like I already mentioned, stop tensing your whole body, because if you don't, you'll end up finishing faster. Sixth mistake, thinking that this will never change. Man, there are so many people who think premature ejaculation is genetic. It's unbelievable. It's really sad to see men who have already thrown in the towel, who have lost hope of having a better, healthier sex life. Man, there is a solution. A lot of men think they were born with this problem, but in reality, they forget that during adolescence, they used to masturbate quickly so they wouldn't get caught by parents or family members. And anything you do repeatedly becomes a habit. So many times you actually trained your body to be premature, right? There is no scientific evidence proving that a guy was born to be premature. That doesn't exist. It's much more of a conditioning that you created in your body. Think about it with me. Anything you do repeatedly becomes a habit. The correct treatment is to go in the opposite direction. And that's where we get to the seventh mistake, not training your body outside the bedroom. Man, practice is practice. The real thing is the real thing. You can't expect to perform well in bed if you don't practice beforehand. Oh, but I used to watch adult videos. I know how it works. Bro, adult videos often mess up your mind, give you a level of overexcitement that you won't have in real life, can make you impotent, can make you lose sensitivity, and can cause premature ejaculation. Adult videos are not a training standard for a healthy sex life. Get that into your head. The body learns through repetition, so you need with professional guidance to do the right exercises to solve this problem. You don't learn to play guitar during the show. An athlete doesn't train during the competition. Practice is practice. The real thing is the real thing. And notice everything I've told you here to help us solve premature ejaculation once and for all, I need to treat you in a holistic way. Body, mind, muscles, anxiety, mental aspect, the physiological part of the gland there. Many times I recommend some tantric massage exercises. So it's all about training, brother. Ejaculatory control can't be bought at the pharmacy. You train it because the body learns through repetition. It's simple. Think about it with me. Stop believing in nonsense. Stop believing in miracle tricks, in easy fixes. That won't work and will just drain your energy and your money. If you're really struggling with this, my recommendation is do the exercises, okay? You can look for a professional in your city, or if you prefer, you can do it with me. I have a method called the Male High Performance Method. What is that? It's an online training so you don't have to go to a physical clinic, especially since treatments at physical clinics cost on average 3,000 riyals. My treatment, because it's online, is 10 times cheaper, okay? So inside there, you'll find all the scientific techniques for everything I've told you about and more for you to practice. So it's class, training, and game. You watch the class, practice on your own, and play when you have sexual intercourse. And with that, we're basically going to teach you two pedals, one to accelerate and one to brake. Because how does ejaculation work? Imagine that this water here is your arousal. There comes a moment when this level of arousal rises very quickly and overflows. And that's when you ejaculate quickly. So it's like, it rose too fast, I lost control, I ejaculated. So in the training, we teach you to have this body awareness and to notice. Oh, it's rising too fast, let me hit the brakes. Just like with a car, you know? And for that, you need this self-body awareness. You need to look inside, brother, and get to know your body. Brother, do you really think it would be bad for me to teach you how to control your level of arousal? It's actually a pleasant treatment to go through. It will bring you self-confidence, it will improve your self-esteem, and it will make your relationships better. Man, I have students who lost marriages that lasted for years because there comes a point when the woman loses her patience. Stop sweeping this problem under the rug. There is a solution. In fact, I'm even going to leave a discount coupon, okay? The treatment is already inexpensive, much cheaper than in-person treatment, but since you made it to the end of this video, you deserve it. Coupon Vigor will give you 20% off our treatment, okay? You can pay in up to 12 installments. It's cheaper than a pizza, brother. This isn't an expense, it's an investment because it's knowledge you'll use for the rest of your life. Use the coupon Vigor there, activate your discount, and jump in so we can solve this in 21 days, which is the time your body needs to form a new habit. We can already get excellent results, and in 3 weeks, you'll be enjoying a much healthier sex life. Well, those were the mistakes. I hope you put this into practice, brother, so we can turn the page and put an end to this nightmare because it's something that doesn't cause physical pain but brings a huge mental, psychological, and emotional pain. There's no reason to suffer from something that has a solution, right? If you like this video, subscribe to the channel because here you'll always find tips and relevant content to help you live a more pleasurable sex life. See you in the next video. Bye.